Without further ado, we are pleased to welcome Mr. Keith Lee, Chairman of Hong Kong Wireless Technology Industry Association. And for today, Keith will share insight into leveraging generative AI for business. So everyone, please join me in giving a big round of applause to welcome Keith.
Thank you. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Keith Lee. So let me ask you one question first. Everybody in this event have been hearing a lot about AI, I think. So any one of you here are using generative AI like ChatGPT, Copilot, or Poe in daily basis or in your work? Anybody using AI now? Right, so quite a few. So I think around 1/5 of the audience actually using it. That's good. So let me begin with a little bit of, let me see, is it working? Okay, okay. Okay, right. So let me begin with some recent survey, right? This is done by McKinsey. So, whoops, it went back. Okay, all right. So I see, right. So sorry, I was looking at this monitor. So it actually works. So they have done a survey. They have asked the executive in 2017, and then they've asked the executive in 2023. So they asked the same question. When will the AI be as good as human? So when they asked the executive in 2017, most of the answer will be somewhere like 2030, 2040. Like, say, creativity, say, natural language generation. When you ask executive in 2017, they think it's going to be 2030, 2040. But they asked the same question again in 2017. Nowadays, all these McKinsey clients, McKinsey friends, they are saying that now, 2023, 2024, will be the year where AI is as good as human. So, what things can AI do for you? They classify in 4 areas. So first, text generation, everything related to text. So writing emails, everything related to text generation, like ad copies, things like that. You can see there are 3 color code there. The green represents prime time, so it's ready now. So in 2023, text generation is prime time, it's usable. Coding also is prime time now. So if you ask the new programmers whether they are using AI, I think most of them will be using AI because it takes away a lot of repetitive works. Say if you are writing a very repetitive form in HTML, the old way is you have to write the text boxes and then copy and paste for several times. But now you can just ask ChatGPT, write me a form in HTML with these text boxes, with these boxes with information to fill. They will generate the form in HTML in 2 seconds. And if you have something you want to ask about programming, right? Programmer used to go to a website called Stack Overflow and then ask question. I've got this program and I've got some bugs. Anyone can help me to fix that bug? Nowadays, not necessary. You just copy and paste your code to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, right, I've got a code here and there's some bugs. Can you look for me the bugs? Here is the error message. Fix it for me. And ChatGPT fix it for the programmer. So programming has changed within this year, within the last 12 months. And it will be changing for the next several years. Okay, and then images. Images is almost ready. It's the yellow color code. It's almost ready. We have seen a lot of tools like Midjourney, like Dolly Free, and other image generation tools. And they are generating fantastic images. But it's a little bit not quite perfect. Like when you look at a picture and you want to check whether that is AI generated, you first look at the fingers, right? If it's AI generated, they're not very good at generating fingers. Sometimes you have, 4 fingers, sometimes you have 6 fingers, and so it's almost perfect, almost ready, but not quite there yet. But we believe in next year, say 2025, many problems like the generating fingers problem will be solved. And then video. So I think everybody have seen the Sora video. So you have a text prompt, and then it generates a 1-minute long video for you. That's not publicly available. That's only for demo. So it's quite some time before it is actually usable. Okay, so if you have been using ChatGPT, you will notice that ChatGPT is the, as the NVIDIA CEO Jensen said, is the iPhone moment, right? The AI is having its iPhone moment. And the iPhone moment started in 2022, November 30th. So when we used ChatGPT for the first time, because it was launched in 2020, and we use it for a bit and think, oh, it's fun, but it's not quite useful. It's not quite, production ready. So we generate some text, but we are not going to use it because it's not quite the level that I need. But in 2023, March 14th, we have GPT-4. Now GPT-4 is a total different game. GPT-4 generate text is as good as human writing, right? When I used GPT-4, I started to use it on production. I started to use it for marketing copies and writing emails. And it is better than the human internship student I hired. So that's why this year I didn't hire any internship, right? Another chart. This is from Sequoia, from Forbes, and Meritech. These are the top 50 AI apps, AI companies in 2023. There are lots of them. I'm not going to go through one by one, but I'm going to show you the 2024 chart. This is 2024 March. Is very new, and there are many new apps, many new companies spring up every month, and we have say different applications. Search. We have content creation. We have media creation. Even writing songs is almost production ready. So there are many of them. So you can look for this link is a venture capital. It's called A16Z. So you can find this chart in their website. Okay, so everybody knows how to use AI. I mean, most of you knows how to use AI, and there are some tools that I use daily on a daily basis. So there is the original ChatGPT, which is the green icon, the OpenAI ChatGPT, and then we have the purple one, which is Poe. Poe is very interesting because Poe is not one AI. So it has many large language models, such as GPT. It also has other brands like Google's Gemini Pro, like Anthropic, Claude 3. So it is actually is a container for different kinds of large language models. So I use Poe very, very actively. And we then have Perplexity. Perplexity is an upcoming service. It's focused on search. So many ChatGPT, many LLMs, they are not quite good at searching because some of them have no online applications. So they can't go on the web and search things, right? Copilot can do that, but say other courses like Facebook's Llama, it doesn't go online. Like the ChatGPT 3.5, it doesn't go online. So Perplexity is designed to do searching. So it will have a certain degree of authenticity checking. And then we have Copilot. And if you don't already know that Microsoft is one of the major investors of OpenAI. So for all the Microsoft products like Windows, like Office, you will see OpenAI technology inside that. So it has a free service called Copilot. The website is copilot.microsoft.com. It also has an app, so you can download it, or you can go on a website and you can use GPT-4 for free. Okay, so what ChatGPT can do for you, for myself, for my company, right? We have different departments, and all the departments are using ChatGPT. I force them to use. My staff don't want to use, but I force them to use. So, so quick examples like sales and marketing. All the sales copies, all the sales proposals are now AI assisted. Not AI generated, but AI assisted. So all the staff, all my staff now have an assistant. Each one of them have an AI assistant, which is ChatGPT, right? And customer service, right? You have to answer emails, answer some technical support. You can use ChatGPT. Human resources, I actually got an example for you in the next slide. So all the HR-related documents, I can use ChatGPT. Like for my staff wants to apply for a visa, my staff wants to apply for a master's degree, we have to write letters for them. So we now use ChatGPT for assistant. And even project management, because LLMs, large language models like ChatGPT, they have a certain degree of reasoning capabilities. So they can actually give you a template of a project timeline. So they can do the draft for you. So you're not going to use the draft as the end product, but you will ask ChatGPT, now I have a project. I have 6 months to complete it. It's a mobile app project. So we have to do design, we have to do back-end programming, front-end programming. Now, draft me a schedule. And it will draft you a schedule like a project manager, like a professional project manager. And then you use the draft and then revise it, and then it will save you as much as half of your time. Software development, we have just mentioned that. So this is a real-life example. This is, I think it's yesterday or day before yesterday. I think day before yesterday, one of my internship ex-staff, so he came in, worked for 4 months in 2022. And he left for a university. And he asked me whether I've received an email from this company, which is a human resource company doing some reference check. And I found this email in the spam mail, so I didn't know I received it. So I have to reply very quickly because I didn't know I have such email because it was in the spam folder for quite a long time. So I have to very quickly to answer these questions that I have to fill in. So these are the questions I copy and paste from the form that when I click that link in the email, it gives me a list of 12 questions. And I have to answer these 12 questions very quickly. So what did I do? I do that. I asked ChatGPT, I told ChatGPT there's an internship student worked for us for 4 months. And he's applying for another job, and I highly recommend him. So he has a list of questions I have to answer. Help me to do the draft. So ChatGPT did the draft for me in 2 seconds. And I added a bit of the draft, and then I sent it back to the reference check company. And it saved me a lot of time. Okay. So we don't have a lot of time. I'm going to talk about some automation. Right. This is actually the interface of Poe, but this is the chatbot that I custom made for myself. because I have a lot of work that I have to do daily. And some of the works can be automated by using customized program chatbots. So I program some chatbots to work for myself, to tailor for my specific needs. And one of them is what I call an automated newsroom. Right? This automated newsroom is, how can I simply put it? I use the AI to act as 3 different roles. So the AI will first act as a reporter. So he will write the initial news report taken from some information like a press release. So I enter a press release, and the AI will first act as a news reporter and write the draft of the report. And then it will act as another role. So I told the AI, you now have written the news report. Switch your role to a editor. So the editor will look at the news draft and then suggest some improvement. So it will give the news reporter, which is the AI itself, a list of recommendations that how the AI can improve the work. And then I tell the AI to act as another role, as a proofreader, to proofread the rewritten news and then refine it to a final version. So it's a whole newsroom within one AI. So because I have to do a lot of Facebook or social media posts about news in the AI area. So I don't have so much time to write it myself. So what I did is I take the press release, I fit it into my own chatbot, and the chatbot acts as a newsroom. So it goes through 3 processes and finalize and refine the news and then translate it into Chinese, and I paste it into the social media in my Facebook page. So I used to spend an hour or so to write the news for the social media. Now I only spend 5 minutes. The most of my time will be making the thumbnail for using Canva, which is another product which has AI. And so it is very, very efficient. So I don't have to ask my staff to do it for me. I can do it myself. Because when I ask my staff to write a news copy for social media, I have to revise it, right? Not the AI to revise it. I revise it myself. And then it will take quite a few rounds. And then it's another day. So the news comes out on Tuesday. When by the time I post it into Facebook, it's already Wednesday. But now I get the news in the morning on Tuesday, and the news and the social media post will be published in the same morning. All right, so this is another real use case. This is real. I have the link there. I got it from Twitter. So these are Japanese products, and you can see all things you see here, except for this perfume bottle and this lipstick. Everything AI generated. So the model is AI generated. All these blossoms are AI generated. The text are AI generated. Only the perfume bottle and the lipstick is not AI generated. It's Photoshop to it. So it is really, revolutionizing the design industry, or like photographers, like designers, like models. Everyone is, being affected. Right, and so there are different text to image generation tools. We have, say here, Dolly 3, which is the Microsoft image generation tool, and then we have Midjourney, and then we have Stable Diffusion in Poe. And these texts here are the text prompt. So I generate these images using these text prompts because it was Typhoon last year. The Typhoon is named after a kind of Japanese dog. So we generate some typhoon in the form of a dog's head. And these are different kind of image generation tools with different image generation model. So they have different style. And these are some of the tools that you can use. Many of them have free trial or they are basically free. So we have Midjourney, which is unfortunately they have canceled their free trial plan, so you will have to pay for it, but it's very powerful. And then we have Adobe Firefly, which has a free trial plan, and then Dream Studio, which is a little bit of free trial credits, and Leonardo AI also have some free trial credit. And in Poe, apart from the text generation tools, they also have free image generation tools inside Poe, and two of them are free. The Stable Diffusion is free, and Playground is free, so you can download and register Poe and use Playground and Stable Diffusion XL to generate image for free. And then we have Dolly Free, which is the image generation for ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot Designer. Okay, and well, that's about time, I think. Well, not. I'm being too quickly. Actually, I still have some time left, so I can go a little bit deeper on the each of the slides. So going back to the real use case, and I think everybody will encounter sometimes you have some text you have to write, and my recommendation is you have to ask your staff to use generative AI, because if you just if you don't force, you don't do a top-down arrangement and ask people to use AI, they're not going to use it because they think you're asking me to use AI. Are you thinking that I'm not good enough? So I have to use AI? Not quite. AI is an assistant for everybody. So everybody will now have their own assistant. And to use AI, there are the original OpenAI ChatGPT, and unfortunately in Hong Kong you will have to use a VPN to access this service because it's not covered this region yet. So, but it is now free for everybody to use without needing any registration. So you can go to chat.openai.com, then you will be able to use ChatGPT for free, but you have to use a VPN. Right, for Poe, I've said before, there are many LLMs inside there. So different LLMs has different properties. So you can use ChatGPT in Poe because it is licensed. So you can ask Poe to write a poem. You can ask Poe to write a business proposal. You can ask Poe to write anything you like. There are many different kind of LLMs in Poe. There are Google's Gemini Pro. It's very new. It's actually Gemini Pro 1.5 was released yesterday. And it has a version that is free for use, but it can remember around 100,000 English words. Right, for ChatGPT, it has a memory size, which we call context window. The context window of the normal ChatGPT is around 4,000 tokens, which is around 2,000, just under 2,000 words. But if you are using Claude 3, you can have a 100,000 tokens. So it can remember around 75,000 words. 75,000 words is like half of an annual report. So you can actually upload an annual report to the ChatGPT and then ask the ChatGPT, right, now you act as a finance analyst and tell me whether this company is making money or not. And some of the LLMs has a function called multimodal, which means they don't just take text and as input. They can take they can take images as input. So what I did is I will screen capture some stock analysis charts, and then I upload to the multimodal LLMs such as Gemini, such as Claude 3, and then ask the AI to do a technical analysis of the stock. So I upload the 1 hour chart, I upload the 4 hour chart, and then I upload the 1 day chart for GPT to do a stock technical analysis for me. It will do it for you. So you can try yourself. And little bit more about Perplexity. Perplexity is for doing research. So it will go online, it will have different options. You can choose, I only want to look at academic papers. So it will just search within academic papers for the question you asked. So it is a very powerful tool for doing research. And Microsoft Copilot is free for use, but it has some limitations. So I think it's good to try, but for longer conversation, because Copilot only limits 30 conversations for each session. So when you talk to Copilot for the 30th time, it will cut off the conversation and then ask you start over. So it will forget everything that you have talked about. So this is free, but has some limitation. So I recommend everybody to try out all of these different versions of AI, especially Poe, because Poe is doesn't require any VPN access. You can just download it. You don't have to pay anything, and it has free service for you to use. Okay, so unfortunately, today has only half an hour for me, so I can't get into too much details. So if you want to contact me and ask for more information, here is my contact information, and you can see this QR code. This QR code is AI generated. So if you want to generate a QR code before we have generative AI, you will have to understand how to generate a QR code. You will have to have some artistic skills for drawing, and you have to have another skill to merge them together. But with generative AI, if you want to generate a QR code like this, it takes you 2 minutes, and then all done. So it's very exciting time, and I strongly recommend everybody try out different AI capabilities and different tools. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith, for your insightful sharing on AIs of businesses uses. So we now move to our Q&A session. So if there are any questions that you would like to ask Keith, raise your hand and we will bring the microphone to you before you're speaking. We've got one question in the front.
I'm so glad that you introduced so many AI apps to us. But I would like to know which AI app is more appropriate if I would like to search for some medical knowledges and so on.
Medical knowledge. So for any kind of research, you will be looking at Perplexity. Right. This one, Perplexity. The URL is perplexity.ai. So it has the capability of going online, checking sources. So it will list, it will give you a list of information source. So you can also fact check whether the information source is available, is reliable or not. Because this is one drawback for using AI for research. It's because at the moment, how they do it is what we call a dumb search. Why is it dumb? Because they don't have the capability to verify whether the source is legit or not. So if there are 50 fake sites or fake information, the fake information is more than the legit information. They will give you the false information because they don't know how to do it. So you still have to fact check. Okay.
There is one more question that I would like to ask. In fact, I'm using the 4 apps. And then I have to check some answer, okay? And I find that all the answers will be very different from one to the others. And which one that I should trust or rely on?
None
Because
of them.
they give me different informations.
None of them. It's like if you have hired 4 assistants, and these assistants are, university graduates. They have a, vast amount of knowledge, but they are not very experienced. They don't know how to identify which is genuine, what is false information. So these 4 assistants that you hired are the 4 AIs they're using.
Yeah.
So you still have to do your own research at the end.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and this lady? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
I've been working in advertising and branding
Right.
agencies for many years, and I recognize this revolution is totally changing the game, right?
Right.
So, if you have all the abilities to shorten all the times and effort to create all those text-based things and visual-related materials for you to promote all your things or communicate yourself to the market and the world, do you still need an agency person or agency company to work with you anymore?
Right. Until we get to the point that AI has a biological body, right, and they can communicate with real person, and it is not distinguishable with real person. So it's like, talking to AI just like talking to a real person. Unless we get to that point, right, human is not going to be replaced. So we are going to do human work. So lots of people are spending a lot of time, in the last decade, lots of people spending a lot of time in writing emails, spending a lot of time in doing PowerPoints. So is that the work they actually want to do? Is that the most efficient way to use the manpower? I don't think so. Why do we have to write, all these, emails, beautiful craft emails, but AI is doing better job than us. So we can have more time to communicate with people. We can have more time to think about more, creative things. So we let the AI to do PowerPoints, let them write emails. But we, as human, we do human stuff. We talk to people, we communicate, and then we do creative. So I think AI is empowering us to do more work, to do more meaningful work, instead of, taking up jobs away.
Thank you for your view.
Once again, thank you very much, Keith, for your sharing.